Hi there, Sam. How you doing? Got your work up? Let's start with the logo. Good job. Nice job. Really good mechanics. Well, I'll talk a little bit about the logo when I get into the magazine ad, but I think you've got a good setup here. I think that it's very accessible. It's There's only one issue I have with the logo, and this is something that I will not deduct points for because this is not a class in typography. It's a basic introductory class to advertising design, utilizing the elements and principles of design. So specifically, the one thing that is not working here, and keep this in mind for your future um, design. This comics is stacked. This is called stacked type. It's when you place letters on top of each other, and that rarely, if ever, works. I do not recommend it, Sam. I haven't stacked type, I think, since I was way back in design school, and I was told about the reason why. I'm going to tell you the reasons why, and it'll make sense. It'll lock in. I know it did with me, and I haven't stacked type in over 30 years, so 25 years or so. I won't do it professionally because it never works. Let me describe the reason why. Letter forms are designed with counter space in mind. Counter space is the space around the individual letters. The reason that they're designed the way they are is because letters belong next to each other, okay? So the counter space is built into the design based on how letters sit next to each other and the expeditious use of negative space between and around those letters. When we try, that's the basic skeletal structure of type design, okay? When we stack them, we completely negate the negative space, and we have these issues that unless it's a a face where the width is consistent throughout, which is very rare, it just won't work. And so we have different widths, especially right here. Look at this little indent right here where the eye is. It's just a really tough thing to make it work. I don't think it works. I can't even think of an instance where actually I can't. Sometimes in hand painted signs it works, and sometimes if I've seen it work in okay when you use lowercase letters. But it's something that I don't recommend doing. Now I'm getting a magnifying glass kind of concept here, and I think that's a neat concept. I really do. I think I'm wondering how we can kind of maintain that without stacking the type here. Maybe we could use DC. We could place comics right down here. But I'm not real sure. I don't know. I think it's a good logo. I'll be honest with you, it's not a great logo, but as far as an introductory class, it's fantastic. Really paying attention here, and I love it. So my only other recommendation with the logo would be is this to create a little bit of higher degree of harmony, because right now we've got a little bit of inconsistency here in the stroke width right here. Look at the thickness right here, and then compare it right here. This is certainly thicker. Since this D has a C right in it, we can take this ascender right here, this whole stem of the D, and remove it. So we end up with just this right there. So that's your C. So it would stop there, but it would go to the end right there. And I think that would really create some interesting harmony. So again, there's no deductions here on the logo because I think you've done a good job. Plus, like I said, it's not a typography class, so you're not expected to know that, and we didn't cover that. So that stacked type. So no deductions therein. As a matter of fact, Scott, I'm going to give you the good news right now. You're going to get an A+ on this, and I love this ad. I think it's fantastic. I really think you did a great job here. Let me see. What do I need to do? Oh, this is a PDF, so I can just reduce it like this. I'm trying to get it into Windows so we can see it. That is gorgeous. I love it. I do. Now, this is what I was talking about, the logo. The logo is it's got wonderful contrast. Good job preserving that transparency. That white ring and the inner part of the circle works. It works and creates wonderful contrast. It's beautiful. But you can see how this is a little bit cumbersome right here because you couldn't align this. Right now, without that, I would say remove that right there and just say DC and put the comics right underneath. That way you can move this down and align it, at least align the baseline right over here. And, we can have some really good alignment there. This is going to preclude a successful and expeditious alignment in a lot of ways, this kind of foot stem area the logo. Love the typographic composition up here. That's gorgeous. I love it. Great hierarchy, great use of imagery. I love the fact that you're overlapping some of the images. That's creating a wonderful sense of depth. And I think creating a little transparency on this white footer area so we can just kind of barely see the characters through that white area. That's a home run, man. That is good stuff. This is a beautiful ad. This is 100%. As a matter of fact, you're going to receive an A+ on this assignment because I just really think that you've been paying attention in terms of the principles of design. This has gorgeous hierarchy, gorgeous hierarchy, great contrast, good repetition, wonderful balance. I mean, you got it all. So great job. One comment here is right here. This BA should be moved over a little bit so we can get it in alignment. So the problem here is this, is that right now, actually I should say this. Let me try something here real quick. I just want to do something. I want to grab my straight edge here and I want to show you something. Okay, so if we take this straight edge right over here, move it right there, we can see that B is not aligned with the C. And I would definitely get that into alignment right now, right here, because right now, as we can see, it creates a little, that BA just seems like it's really shifted over to the left. All right, fantastic. All right, so anyways, from here, where do we go? I'll tell you what, please keep my contact information. If you need me for any of your future education needs, don't hesitate to contact me. That includes, if you want me to critique some of your work, and don't mean to step on your instructor's toes. I'm just offering in the case that you need an extra set of eyes on your work. Okay. The other thing is if you need any design advice, or if you just want to pop in and say hi one day, that'd be fantastic. Also, please don't forget to take that evaluation. Remember, I left the announcements in the course announcements area. The student evaluation is really, really important, and I would love for you to take it. I think your opinion matters quite a bit to me. I think you're an excellent student. I've really enjoyed having you in class. I think you've got a wonderful sense for design. I think you've got a good mind for design. You've got a good eye for design and a good mind for design. That's a great combination. It's going to work for you, I promise. All right, so fantastic. Any questions, comments, concerns, clarifications? Any of the above, I'll be glad to provide. Just let me know. All right, fantastic. Thanks for a great class.